people who shave or wax private parts for a living. What are your horror stories? Not a beautician, but briefly dated one for a bit. She had a guy come in and get his balls and butthole waxed, claiming it was for a hot date that he had that night. She said that he was kind of weird and a little creepy, but she brushed it off. Her and I get dinner after work and her phone is blowing up. The guy had tracked her down on Facebook and went through and liked every single picture that she had posted in the last 5 years. Dude was immediately banned from every coming back. My female friend who's a physician went through something similar to that. It went like: a male patient came to her office complaining about something on his genitalia and then proceeded to take off his pants so my friend can take a look at them. After inspecting it and chatting with the patient, she realized that nothing was wrong and what he was saying was total BS. He was also hitting on her and the medical assistant who was there and being a complete creep while his pants were off. Total fucking weirdo. He was also banned and I have no idea if the cops were involved. I've had a few inspections, ultrasounds on my balls over the years by both male and female doctors and they are always so professional. Can't imagine abusing someone whose job it is to help you in such a scary time of need. Fuck that guy. But not literally. Waxing day of a big event is never a good idea. It takes my skin a day or two to recover. Big event. What about an average event? My wife was an esthetician for many years and did full Brazilian waxes. She would routinely tell people that male clients always show up freshly showered and seem to constantly worry that they're not clean enough, as if the person who rips hairs out of your grundle is judging your personal hygiene. The worst, she said, is the women that would show up where you could smell that they'd recently had sex, either the smell of latex condoms or, in some instances, bodily fluids that are not her own leaking out as they lay there on the table chit-chatting about their day. Bonk. I can't imagine walking to the mailbox with cum trickling out, let alone showing up for anything as intimate as a waxing. What the hell? I can't even imagine going there during my menstrual cycle, let alone right after sex. Yuck. It sounds like the person ripping hairs out of your grundle is judging your personal hygiene then. I think rightly so if there's semen dripping out of you. Well, here I go. Not one of those people, but a friend of mine used to do it as a job. One time this man in his 30s came in saying he wanted a wax around his ass and pubes. So my friend trims the hair a little bit shorter, just doing his own thing, and around this man's asshole he lathers on the wax and places on the paper, waits for it to hold and pulls hard, ripping out the hair, and then all of a sudden some unnaturally large holes around 1 millimeter wide and 3 millimeters deep appear and start leaking a white pus. Turns out this man barely wipes his ass and had hundreds of spots there that all popped when he got waxed and started leaking pus and blood everywhere. That's enough Reddit for today. Today? I'm never coming back. This is exactly what I deserve for reading this sub. Laser tech for 4 years. Lady started her period on the table mid-session. Luckily the area was completely covered for sanitization and I was almost done zapping her. Finished up and sent her on her way. She was mortified. I felt bad for her. Not her fault. Aunt Flo is a nasty, cruel bitch sometimes. Lol. She gave me a generous tip though, that was nice. Lol. The one time in my life I went to an STD clinic place to get tested. This friggin' happened to me. Bled on the doctor's hand pretty profusely. She was a doll about it at least. Jesus fuck lol. That one really sucks. Anyone walking into one of those places already probably has some sort of anxiety about it. And then add in that happening. I really do have to give a nod to you ladies who have your bodies do that shit unexpectedly to you on a regular basis. As a guy, I will never understand. The closest I can even attempt to relate is the uncontrolled boners of developing puberty as a teenager. But at least for most of us that stops at adulthood. You were nice, too, it sounds like. Good on you taking it in stride since it's not her fault. When I worked at a spa I would be the model for new hires to practice Brazilian waxing. One lady decided to become an esthetician late in life. Even with glasses she did not have the best eyesight. She eventually swung one of the attachments for facials over me, essentially just a giant magnifying glass so she could try to tweeze anything she missed. That woman also lifted skin and left bruises. Another woman practicing could not get the wax off. The room was too hot so the wax wasn't working right. I was spread eagle holding a fan and my lady bits, baby powder flying everywhere. A lot of my coworkers came in to see what was going on. About 8 people got to see my downstairs mix-up that day. They did eventually get the wax off. I know a lot of estheticians and most have stories about being farted on. They usually don't even bat an eye at toilet paper that got left behind. One friend calls it clitty litter. A question. Yo, isn't it weird to volunteer for new hire training? A bit personal, right? Even if it is ladies, I presume. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this one.